láti máa kíyèsí ara náà tó bá ń súnmọ́ èèyàn gbogbo àwọn tó máa ní jẹ́ kó ní pírọ́blẹ̀mù yẹn kọ̀ǹtínú pẹ̀lú àwọn aṣíwájú àwọn tó ń dí pẹ̀lú nígbà tó wà ń bẹ̀ náà àwọn tí wọ́n hẹ́ńpì ẹ̀ nígbà tó wà pẹ̀lú aṣíwájú tí wọ́n wò fún ìwọ tó bó ń ṣe báyìí nígbà yẹn tó ṣe bí dábàá lábẹ́ ráṣà tó bọ̀ ṣe báyìí wọ́n ló wá padà wájú ọ̀gbẹ́ni
wọ́n dẹ̀ ń pòlù tó aṣíwájú tó bá ń kíkọ́ ọ̀gbọ́n ọ̀jẹ̀
ebi tẹ̀blíkì la rẹ́gbẹ́ tẹ̀blíkì ni àwọn tó máa ń jẹ́ dìde kíta dìde kiri
àáfà ló jẹ́ sí Tinubu tá
a fà ẹ̀ ní olómáà ń ṣe kiri wọ́n wá wò pé crowd wọ́n wá fi again crowd political crowd ebi láì tó tẹ́nàtì ọ̀rẹ́ mi bàbá ìyá ọ̀rẹ́ mi ní Ẹgbẹ́dá yes kò rówó lé sọ kò ró kíní ni contractor ni right is an engineer but ó máa ń gbaṣẹ́ ó máa ń lọ́ọ̀bì iṣẹ́ káàkiri so later ó tún wá go into that Islamic store ṣe pé ó wà very big so later ni
àáfà ló ń ṣe fún àwọn Tinubu orí spiritualist wọn àwọn àáfà àwọn tó máa ń ṣiṣẹ́ àjò ní Arẹ́gbẹ́
mo ń ṣe spiritualist aṣíwájú o introduce yourself as an àáfà ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ legacy aṣíwájú fún yín if you present yourself to a party as pastor in APC as a àáfà in APC you are highly welcome you be given that respect and that honour tó bá sọ pé during the maybe during the election or whatever ẹ jẹ́ ṣàmà àbí náà bá bàbá yìí káwọn ní bá pé the party is so it might be the executive chairman of your ward or that ọdún ìdìbòyà gbà ẹ lọ ṣe báyìí and tí political skill ẹ bá ṣe kí ni tó bá ń grow and tó bá ń advance ẹ máa advance to a state level whereby you be recognized aṣíwájú ó ti wà yẹn òní personal apart from the beginning kan tó bá délé gan adékílẹ̀ wa dúró ẹ lọ ṣe ẹgbà ẹ lọ ìdọ̀tún ló lọ àṣìwọ́n lọ́wọ́ ṣe débìtà ní yóò bá mọ̀ nípa pátì APC ní yóò máa ti sọ báyìí
àwọn landlord Arẹ́gbẹ́ máa ń pè sí
ìyá ìlú wọn nìyẹn mo ní relationship wa relationship tó ní Tinubu mo sọ fún mi.
kò ní relationship wo pé àpá sí Tinubu àwọn ò ní relationship àpá sí Tinubu. ó yá Abdulhakeem Abdulateef commissioner of terrorism or
kó di ọba.
it's in my constituency. Bangbeton, Commissioner of Information and Strategy under Ambode. The Bangbeton, former local government chairman in the university. He handed over to the Ministry of the Odo again. Then Abdulhakeem he has been in system for long in Lagos State. Here, Ogoloman making Lawani, for Age or whatever. Ogoloman and he's known as an afar. So, what I say on that? The aṣáájú ò ní tí ẹja pé àti ìjọba náà mọ̀ ṣe. Ilẹ̀ wa ń dúró de ṣe ní kó lọ síwájú ẹgbẹ́. Ẹ lọ ṣe. That does not mean that men know that apart from the part of the everybody aṣáájú welcome kò ráyè kìíní kan tó bá ṣe introduce rẹ̀ tó bá dúró lórí ẹsẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n ṣe máa mọ̀ ẹ́ fún mi. One personal
lobby arrest to be recognized.
Mostly in this so-called Islam, whatever. Mostly Christian I was penalized, I was crucified. Because church they name me up and and that is the level that the Christian has not accepted, and that's why I think the Christian they are not speaking in a higher level when it comes to governmental sector or power in Nigeria.
Torí ọ̀dákẹ́ ọjà aláìwòrán torí ẹ̀ wọ́n pa bàbá ọ̀rẹ́ mi Olúkojú àwọn náà kọ́ kí lórúkọ àwọn náà kọ́ kíní kìló Ládìpọ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ ló ní Ládìpọ̀.
sọ́gbọ́n máa ṣe pọ́lìtì ẹ̀lú Mr. Adébáyọ̀ sọ́gbọ́n máa ṣe pọ́lìtì ní ìfẹ́sẹ̀lẹ̀ ọmọ ọ̀rọ̀ máa ṣe ẹ̀ máa gbọ́. I am telling you that what I tell you is that don't play it as if you are involved in politics. what they are saying that you must stand out different. The way you play your game must be different from the way they play their game. Tọ́ bá ń kọ́ lọ kó tó kọ́ lọ pa àwọn èèyàn. Kò gbọ́dọ̀ bá lọ́wọ́ lọ́wọ́ èèyàn máa tó tọ́ kó lọ ṣáyàn pa. You can still play your politics still run for a campaign, do your politics not the way they do their own. Tọ́wọ̀n ilé ìbá ní ẹ̀rìn tọ́ọ̀gì alẹ́sàn fámẹ̀ yẹn ìwọ́n ti ẹ̀ má bá wọn yìnbọn pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Do your campaign to people, let people vote for you. Gbogbo tọ́ọ̀gì gbogbo violence táwọn yẹn ń ṣe, you should not participate in this. That's what they are telling you. They don't say it's not participate in politics. Maybe our region wants to be the mega region thing. Or we not calling them now. Maybe it's the House of Rep. He's still member of House of Rep.
Good morning, viewers. You're welcome on the program. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's the 5th of July, 7th of July, 2025, and we say good morning to all our esteemed viewers on the platform. The 7th of July 2025, we have different stories on our dailies this morning. First in the news, Labour Party's presidential candidate in the 2023 presidential election, Peter Obi, has said that he will be running as president come 2027 and not as Atiku's running mate. This is what he said on on Channels television politics today, anchored by Shehu Oki Baloye. He also said they will remove every they will use every lawful means to remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from power. All right, Nigerians are reacting to this morning. What Obi said on Channels television yesterday. A very, very interesting interview with Shehu Okibaloye yesterday on Channels television. They also talked about the continued detention of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said it's not making sense that the federal government is still holding down Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All this will be looked into this morning as we proceed on the program. I have my respondents here with me this morning, the likes of Mr. Femi, Mr. Vincent, OJ, Olajide, and the likes. Well, they are here to dissect important issues bothering the minds of Nigerians at this stand. All right, so all the esteemed viewers on the platform, we welcome you on the program. We say thank you to you for staying glued on the channel. Thank you. All right, to the leadership newspaper this morning. Very important stories on the front page of the leadership newspaper. We also have the New Telegraph with us this morning. The leadership is talking about Peter Obi. Of course, I told you earlier on that he was on Channels television. Yeah, and he said a lot of things, during that interview with Shehu Okibaloye, the journalist who interviewed him. The continued detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Wow. He also said that the North will celebrate him. He is the president of Nigeria. We don't know how sure Obi is. We don't know why he said the North will be celebrating him if he becomes the president of the country. Of course, the northern factor in Nigeria politics. Well, let's see how it goes at the end of the day. All right, so the leadership newspaper. We have, I am running for president, not vice president. Obi declares, I am running for president, not vice president. Obi declares, says Tinubu government lacks compassion. Your time has passed. That's what Wike is telling the former Anambra governor. His time has passed. But Obi is saying that Tinubu's government lacks compassion. He has said it all, that they'll be using all or applying all lawful means to remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But should we be talking about the removal of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu or his vision for the country? Should we be talking about what he wants to sell to the people, or how he's going to remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? We shall be looking at that as well. Today, we have another story here. Tinubu orders military to wipe out Nigeria's enemies. This is not the first time the president will be giving marching order as regards insecurity in the country. I've said it several times that the service chiefs, the security agencies, try as much as possible to eliminate or wipe out, the terror groups in the country. And he has said it again this time around that the military should wipe out Nigeria's enemies. And on page 23 of the paper, Ebonyi governor backs rotational presidency. Ebonyi governor backs rotational presidency. National Assembly oversight of MDA's ineffective. National Assembly oversight of MDA's ineffective, says CSOs. I'm moving down to another one this morning, which is the New Telegraph newspaper. Killings. Tinubu orders military to confront terrorist bandits. The president orders military to confront terrorist bandits, and we have down the paper the weekend tragedies. What happened? 3 naval officers, 2 NYSC members, 31 others die in both accident, auto crash attack. You can see this on pages 5, 7, and 28 of the New Telegraph newspaper. Wike opposition coalition out to rescue their stomachs, not Nigerians. This opposition, this new coalition, the African Democratic Congress, is out. The members there, the politicians that form this coalition, are just there for their stomachs and not for Nigerians. This is what the FCT minister Yeson Wike has said this morning. Let's quickly move down to Borno State and see what Governor Zulum is saying. Zulum debunks defection to ADC rumor, affirms loyalty to APC. He said he's going nowhere. He's still with the ruling All Progressives Congress. This is coming from Borno State. Talking about Borno State Governor, Zulum is not the campaign, or he has not defected to the African Democratic Congress, but he's still with the ruling All Progressives Congress. This is what is on the front page of the New Telegraph newspaper. Now to another one. We are not relying on third-party funding for our project, says Mba. This is on pages 8, pages 9, and 10 of the New Telegraph newspaper. And on to the next one, 2027. Heaven won't be happy if anyone runs against Senator Kanu. This a cleric saying this. Who is the cleric? You have to go to the Telegraph to know what the story is all about. I'm moving on to the last story on the front page of this paper, or certainty over Natasha's resumption in plenary tomorrow. Senate yet to receive copy of judgment. This is on page 6 of the New Telegraph newspaper. I said it earlier on that the former Anambra governor, I'm talking about Peter Obi, was on Channels Television for an interview, and he said a whole lot of things that we should look into this morning. And I say to every of our viewers, joining us in the comment section, Happy New Week. Happy New Week. Let me quickly go to the comment section to see who see the viewers that are there saying hi to us this morning at the stand. All right, I can see Omoregbe Igbinogba. Say good morning to you and Happy New Week to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Kingsley James is also here this morning. I will say thank you so much for joining us. We have Abdul Ganil, all the way from London, is watching us, and he's also saying good morning to us. He said from a slightly wet London. Wow, thank you for watching us, for staying glued to the channel, Abdul Ganil. We have Denge, New York, saying good morning from Brooklyn, New York. Kunle Ashwaju, Mr. Debayo, Mr. Vincent, and the global analyst, OJ Olajide. Morning to you all. This is from Akinde Denge. All right, Emeka Ikezie, and saying, good morning, Mr. Michael. Well, good morning, Mike. Okay, well done. Okay, go. Thank you so much, Mr. Emeka Ikezie. Egbona Kingsley, all the way from Madrid, is also here this morning. I will say good morning to you too. All right, to Yomi Jolly, Happy New Week, all the way from UK, and we're saying Happy New Week to you too. K Odulaja is also here. Good morning, Mike, and esteemed viewers. Good morning to you K. Odulaja, you're welcome on the program. Augustine, if morning, good morning, everyone. Who are the enemies of the country? Is it not the politicians? Yes, the politicians are actually the enemies of the country. You are right, Augustine, if money. All right, Kizo is also here and is saying good morning from Rome, Italy. Rome, Italy. Is it Roma or Rome, Italy? I'm saying good morning to you. And all the way from Netherlands. Nnamdi Anuse is here this morning with us at the stand and he's saying, I saw by your boy longing. Who is the by your boy? That should be Mr. Kunle. He's saying hi to you all the way from Netherlands. Nnamdi Anuse. Thank you. Ace Irabo. Benjamin, good morning. John Ajayi, thank you so much. Keep the message coming. We appreciate all of you. John Ajayi is saying good morning to everyone. And we say good morning. We need to welcome everywhere, all our esteemed viewers on the program this morning. You guys have really tried, in supporting this program. And I really, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate every one of you. Every one of you. Here is the Palace of the Palace this morning. I've not seen the Palace of the Palace. Anthony is also here and he's saying good morning to you. Emmanuel Ogbuji, you sent money to Mr. Okpara. That was on Saturday. Has been delivered. Thank you so much for that gesture. Great gesture. And we have Oluwatoyin Ayodele saying good morning, City Stand from USA. Thank you so much for joining us, Oluwatoyin. Stephen Igbikis is also here. We appreciate you. He is watching from Port Harcourt, PH City. Thank you so much for for joining us. Yeah. Iraba Benjamin is also here. Happy New Week. Happy New Week to you too, Iraba Benjamin. We appreciate you. Akim Additional Bada. He is from Finland, watching us from Finland, and he has told people to like, share, and comment. Always on point, always at the stand, always in the comment section, telling people to support the platform. And I say thank you to you. Big up to you. Akim Bada, additional. Oluyami is saying good morning. Vero Ken is saying good morning. James Manu is also here saying good morning. Thank you so much. Great Ben Aduze is also here saying good morning. Chicago Schoolboy is also here watching us from Malaysia. We appreciate all of you. All of you. Vero Ken, we appreciate you. Watching from India. Thank you so much. What of Kit Berry? Kit Berry is also watching us from India. Thank you. Vero watching us from India. And I really appreciate you. Somebody just sent a message to me. Private message. He said he's watching from Switzerland. And I say thank you so much for joining us. Prince Terry is watching us from South Africa. And I say thank you so much for joining us all the way from South Africa. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. That's the only thing I can say. And this morning, before I proceed into what we have on papers, this speaker that is always disturbing us. Leki Aja, Leki Aja. Okay, somebody's watching us. GOA, controversial GOA. Thank you. All the way from St. Louis, Sugar.
St. Louis, yes, you. I
don't even read them out before I know. All right, all the way from St. Louis. If you send sugar to us, no problem. We go drink Geddy. We go drink Geddy now. Somebody's watching from London. This is Paul Osazi. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from London. Viewers, I really love all the viewers on the comment section. I love the viewers on the platform. They have been so good to us. So good to us. We have Prince Terry and watching us from South Africa. Anthony Enema watching us from Chicago. Anthony Enema, thank you so much. And I really appreciate your cash gift last week. Thank you so much. I think it's the one that he sent something to you. Is it the Richuko, Anthony? Somebody showed you love too. Somebody is watching from Maldives. What? Maldives or something like that. Faustinus Anu Foro. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Paul Osai. Okay, Osai. I've seen it here. Paul Osai watching us from London. Elio Koro is also watching from Spain. That's an esteemed viewer on the platform. We appreciate you. We have Akinlade Akintayo. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. Ogele TV, all the way from Norway. We say good morning to you, all our esteemed viewers. Please keep the message coming in. We will continue to appreciate all of you this morning. Like I said earlier on, that speaker, the man behind that speaker, the man the man calling passengers.
That's a sign of Nigeria.
Yeah, saying somebody has blessed him this morning all the way from United Kingdom, and the person told me not to mention his name. A female viewer on the platform called me yesterday, and she sent 20,000 naira to me to bless the man. If you can get the man, please just go behind there. Anybody can just go there to help me look for the man so we can bless him this morning. He doesn't even know what has happened to him this morning. He doesn't know. Yeah. No. There's one slim man. You know, that's slim. Tall. Oluwa will know the person. Oluwa, go look for the person. Like, look for him. He himself go figure your own chair too. The man, they go. I trust Oluwa. That money can never go in vain. All right, all our esteemed viewers, we say thank you to you for joining us this morning. We appreciate all of you.
That's Nigerians.
Words enough cannot appreciate all our esteemed viewers for the great things they've been doing on the platform. All right, Obi was on. I don't know why I've been saying Arise Television. Was on Channels Television yesterday, Politics Today, anchored by Sheikh Wakibala, and he dished out so much that we need to look into this morning. I don't know the first people that came this morning. We don't need the first. Okay, two people. Okay, Mr. Kule and Mr. Olajide. Now, we need to look at what Obi said yesterday. Now, before we move into the continued detention of Kanu he spoke about, so let's quickly talk about the one he said that the North will celebrate him if he becomes the president of the country. I said earlier on that we should always we all know the northern factors in our politics. Who becomes who in
Nigeria.
In politics. Now, what's your take on that?
Mr. Mike, good morning.
Is he overestimating himself? Is he so relaxed that the North would support him come 2027?
Mr. Mike,
don't forget the likes of Atiku and some other politicians are there.
Mr. Mike,
I remember you said Obi cannot become president. Are you the one?
Obi cannot be. I told you.
You said Obi cannot become president.
Obi cannot become president.
Okoko them too also said that on Saturday. Now, what do you have to say?
Mr. Mike, I don't disagree with people's opinion. They have a right to their opinion. But I don't believe that Obi cannot become president. Before I go forward, let me say good morning to all our viewers all over the world. You are welcome to Global System this morning. I remain my humble self, Mr. Ojulajide. You are blessed. And those who have been appreciated, God bless you. And I come on to God bless you. Yes, Obi stand a chance of becoming a president. I don't rule this out that it cannot happen. Well, if all things that needs to be put in place are put in place rightfully, his chance is brighter. But the issue is that will the process of electioneering will it allow the result that is cast at the polling booth, will it be announced? Is that what will be transmitted to us or be announced to us? That's it. Obi has stand a brighter chance. Mr. Mike, if I tell you some factors that gave Obi chances, you'll be surprised. Obi never had all the governors, the senators, the House of Rep, the House of Members, the party structure. They don't have it. Even the polling booth, many of the polling booth, they don't have the representative. Yet it still pull that vote. So I don't agree with anybody who said that Obi cannot become president. They are entitled to their own opinion anyway. But all those structures without people that have the structure, that have the government, that have House of Rep, House of Senate, everything. What is the margin of lead between Atiku and Obi? That is, you see. So when somebody is the conscience of people, Obi is in the conscience of many Nigerians, particularly the youth section of Nigeria. So I don't know. I don't know for now, but I'm talking of 2023. If what happens 2023, see what is happening now. The man's chance, he has his chance of becoming president. But will the election system, will it allow the results to be truly announced to us that this is what transpired at the polling booth? That's the same. The INEC, the judiciary, the issue, says handle this election matter. Will they do justice to the system? That's it. But after the quality, the personality, the profile, the record of Obi, he has a chance to become a president. I don't really know how. He has everything it takes, it requires. It's not a failure. I have not seen any indictment of that man. Why was the governor? I'm here to say, I'm here to prove it to me that this man was indicted of this, that why he was robbing. It's here to prove to me. Not only that, Obi, quote unquote, geopolitical zone of Nigeria. Yoruba voted for him, Igbo voted for him, South, North, everything. So I think he belongs to the generation of the new Nigeria who want a change from the old horse. Mr. Mike, that's truth. Atiku and Co. They have the right to aspire for the office of the country. they are Nigerians. But Obi represents a kind of generational shift from those old folks to the new set of people who believe that we need new face in our polity, which Obi represents. And that people that command those majority of those followers are the Nigerians that cut across all geographical. I voted for him 2023. I was an Obi there 2023. I'm saying was because that's as fast. So those who are ruling out that cannot become president, I don't agree with them. He has the chance, he has the bright chance of clinching the secret and then becoming president. If the system will allow the result that transpire at the polling booth to be announced. So it's not discovered, nothing disqualify him. He has the character, the personality, the profile, the record, everything that can make him become a president. And it's sound and healthy. It's a young man.
All right, Mr. Kule.
Thank you very much. Let me start with all the protocols on ground. Good morning, the viewers. God bless you for supporting the city stand. And without you, we can't be here. And without us, I mean, it's just a collaboration we're having. And we thank God for you guys, for your support on us. God bless you all. God bless your generation. So,
all right, we do not truly celebrate an Igbo president. Looking at what Obi said yesterday, on channels television, and is he overestimating his acceptance in the north?
Yeah, talk is cheap, and I think the way it is now, this north as they are, they want the presidency likewise. They want it by all means, and they will not even mind to go to any extent of bringing Atiku, because Atiku is the only one that has the crowds as of northern crowd. I'm talking of the northern crowd, and the past election will, I mean, they put us through better. Obi scored, I think, less than what Atiku scored. Atiku scored like 600 plus or so million or so. I think so. So what is there now is Obi can never defeat Atiku in the north. Because Dati, that was the vice president, to be then, as of then, to be with Obi, you could see only God know what they told that guy, what they told Dati, that Dati has to, back out, that he's not really willing to contest again, and he was even crying. Dati was crying. Only God know what this northern told him, one of these state actors in the north, what they told Dati. So they will rubbish Obi. I can tell you wholeheartedly. Even Tinubu God that is standing as it is, they are about to rubbish him as it is, because not love powers. Not they love powers. And if they don't get that powers, it's as if they want to go into extremes. So, I think the way things are now, it's only require wisdom that wants to, that people we need to apply. And of the contestants, even the Mr. President himself, that's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he needs more wisdom to tackle these people, because they hold the political space of this country and they can do and undo. And as they leave power, they are not always at peace with power going outside their shore. So to me, about Obi has slim chance to even clinch that presidency, because the North themselves, they are interested in it. Forget about this coalition. If you see the coalition that is happening here, is full of the northern Fulanis, especially Fulani oligarchies are the one that they compose that what's it called, coalitions. And you could see it's an agenda from them that to conquer and to grab the seat of the presidency if possible. I put that if possible, because the person they are playing the joker with is grandly rooted in the Fulani and the northern politics. And I'm saying this because Tinubu got his tutoring from Shehu Musa Yaradua, the late Shehu Musa Yaradua. That's the senior brother of the Yaradua that ruled with Jonathan. So he has known all the secrets. He has studied all the the antics, and he is playing it on the floor with them.
All right, he has reaffirmed his commitment, to run in the 2027 presidential election, and he has also debunked the speculations that he's teaming up with Atiku as vice president or running mate. But aside this, if Obi is standing alone, do you think he'll be winning the 2027 election?
Mr. Mike, you see,
Can he win without margin with someone like Atiku or northern political heavyweight?
Mr. Mike, if Atiku will do justice to Obi, allow Obi to pay that ticket, Obi will give Tinubu a biggest fight of Tinubu's life, the biggest fight. That's if Atiku allows Obi and Tinubu to slug it out. I'm telling you, because Obi stand better chances. I'm telling you. See, I'm a Yoruba man. See, I don't talk sentimental when it comes to the issue of objectivity. Set of Nigerians now, even Yorubas they're not really happy with the cost of living. It's all about Nigeria. Now, any man that can appeal to the current situation Nigerians are going through now, they can appeal to, they can put correct narrative on the table and tell them the reality they are facing. They will, particularly from the south, they will dance to his tune. So, Obi stand chances of winning. I'm not saying he will defeat Tinubu, get my word correct. But if Atiku can do justice to that cause and just sit down and just let the South run their foot 8 years tenure, let this lapse. Then we know the next after 4 years is the North. But if Atiku tries to cut it short, then that will be the problem. Then if Atiku tries to cut short that matter, it's a easy win for Tinubu. But if Tinubu is allowed to struggle with Obi, what Nigerians are going through may work against Tinubu and pitch their tents to Obi, because Obi has I told you, Obi represents the generational shift of Nigerians who are in the body policy of the youth, the new thinkers of the population who feel that they must create a gap between the old folks and the new folks. And the new folks seem to be appealing to the expression of new Nigeria, this set of Nigeria that look, this is a younger person that we can flow with and can see the levels of the winning across the country. Forget what INEC declared though. What INEC declared is not the true result of the election. So I still see Obi cutting across the entire generation of different ethnic tribe of Nigeria, unlike Atiku. And Tinubu is already there. They already have an experience. They already have it. See, the cries about the cost of living is across the whole globe, across the whole country. Everybody, both Yoruba, both Igbo, everyone are crying about the cost of living. Tinubu did not manage the subsidy removed from the president. He didn't manage the money perfectly. If you have spent that money directly on Nigeria, yeah, they are touching life on Nigeria directly. I'm telling you, by now it will be there will not be contest in 2027. But you got the money instead of spending higher percentage of that money on Nigerians. Like release the money to governor who did not even release the money to the public. If you have spent the money on public issues that touch life in Nigeria, like transportation, what by empowerment, what by education, all these things that touch life of Nigeria directly, then maybe the remaining 30% you share between federal, state, and local government. Then Nigeria will feel the essence of that removal. Yes, more money was happening quarter yes, but does Nigeria benefit from it? No. You told us that you gave the money to governor. So this will have what that made Tinubu to have edge over Obi. But you raise the cost of living to a higher level whereby people are finding it difficult to survive. And then somebody else from the south too now come with you and promising something new, different to what you are doing. They will shift to his side. That's the truth that might give Obi a chance over Tinubu. That's if Obi paid the case. But if Atiku stubbornly as he has been doing, as he did in 2023, still want to change the turn of the south now, then it's an easy ride for Tinubu because yes, Atiku won't get it. Tinubu will just have the easy ride.
All right, the new coalition is on board and there are talks as to who will be the flag bearer of that party, ADC, African Democratic Congress. And looking at what Obi said, he has made his intention known to Nigerians that he will be contesting the 2027 presidential election and he's not running as VP to Atiku. Now, is his refusal to run as a VP to Atiku pride or principle?
I think these people are just creating lacuna for the president to be catching crews with them, you know, just be taking them as crews, man. And I can tell you, these people are confused already. Before the birth of the, the coalition, the power tussle now. You know, I said it the last week that there will be power tussle among them because they don't trust themselves. They don't trust themselves. Atiku trusts nobody. Obi trusts nobody. So to me, it's a bed of same feather that just want to flock together and they have no destination they are going. So I can tell you wholeheartedly. And what my brother just said, I think I have to disagree with him a bit. You know, the country, on this issue of subsidy and the issue of the economy that is the economy sharp that is happening in Nigeria now. You could see and you could hear and you can see clearly that when this government came into power, right, the agenda was there that the Fulanis in Borno, the Borno Emirates, there was serious crisis going on there. And there was serious crisis that came up after this, what's it called, the Boko Haram in this thing. You talk of the Lakurawa, you talk of all these non-state actors that took over the space. And they were just doing what? Creating problems. And there can't be full stability when there's problem on the ground likewise. And you have to, first of all, take care of this charlatan that turn themselves to state actors in Nigeria. And you have to, first of all, clear them off. And that was what the reasonable president will first of all do. And we are still fighting the battle up to now because the battle actually is from the home ground of some of these politicians. They are the ones sponsoring these issues for us not to have peace. And I'm so much disappointed. We that are supposed to understand things better, we are still drifting back to even say what we ought not to be saying, because without war, internal war we are fighting now, the country will have been better off than this. And I can tell you heartedly, it's a war that you don't even know where it's coming from. You don't know where it's coming from. So Nigeria, as we are now, we should just be praying to God for his mercy and for his protection over us as it is, because we don't know the agenda that they are bringing up again as it is. And none of this, and it has been happening for a while. Under Obasanjo, they brought Sharia to destabilize Obasanjo government. Under Jonathan, they brought what's it called, Boko Haram. And under Tinubu now, I mean, it's another Lakurawa and the gangs. So to me, it will take the foolishness of the South to still be fighting each other, not to prepare for the agenda of the conquest that is coming up. And I can tell you heartedly, again, I know where the man is driving to. Tinubu doesn't know me. I've never met Tinubu before. And I can tell you heartedly, if I have someone that can be a messiah, either good or either bad, just to change the narrative for me, because I don't want tomorrow my children will be serving Fulani. I don't want tomorrow every Fulani will encroach my states. I will not have a say. So if any one of them in the south here, on the platform here, which that kind of level for themselves, I mean, I think I will. I think I will.
I'm happy with my Mr. See, I'm seeing Mr. Kule changing for the first time.
I'm not changing.
Yes, listen. I'm just saying that.
You don't listen to me
anybody
well,
from this, I heard you clearly. He said you will want anybody from the south that will celebrate the constitution such that your sons, your daughters, your generations, years and more will not be a slave in this land called Nigeria under Fulani. That means if anybody from the south pick the tickets and wins, apart from Tinubu,
the frame.
yes, Mr. Mike, that was saying that if anybody in the south pick the tickets and win other than Tinubu, is welcome. That's what you just said. That's what the meaning of what you just said. Now that means if Tinubu wins, good luck. If Obi pick the tickets and wins, good luck. That's what you just said now. So I'm hearing for the first time for sitting from your heaven that Tinubu must continue in power. That's what I just said, that if Mr. Mike I said if the economic condition that we are going through right now, if another person from the south can give us a good narrative, better narrative than what our life is better now. Yes. That's what you're just alluded to now.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Let me ask what he was trying to say. That was
Can you calm down for him to explain again?
Okay. All right.
You see, what I'm trying to tell you now is who the cap fits, right? Me, I've seen the cap that is on the that is on the president. I'm seeing now, because he has known them, he has understudied them under the Shehu Musa Yaradua Caliphate. I'm talking of the late Yaradua, the elder one, senior. He was the one that tutored Atiku. He was the one that tutored Tinubu. That is why the two of them always play a political game plan for each other. So we need somebody that is strong in politics from the south, not just anybody that they will just, they will just send one message to and they will start crying like Daiti. You could see what they did to Daiti, and I was saying it. Everybody is hearing that Ahmed, they forced him to detach himself from Obi as of that time. It's an agenda. And our people, they just want that seat. That's it. But they never knew that we need a driver that is competent, that will drive us out of that the dodgem we have now. We are having now. I can tell you wholeheartedly, we need an erudite politicians that will save the nuts. That will save the, what's it called? That will save the.
It's like he has retreated. He has retreated.
Because
anybody from the south, if they
no. You are the one putting that on my mouth.
Okay. But what
I'm not distracted.
What I'm saying is that if anybody from the south can give us,
I still stand with somebody that can get the job done.
I respect your opinion. And who is the person?
The Bola, President Bola.
I respect your opinion. Okay, Mr.
I followed him. Not for the money. The dime I did not collect when I contested for this election. But when I was supporting for coming to the presidency, I had never collect dime. But they will say, "Kule don't collect." But God bear me witness.
Mr. Mike, Mr. Ojolanje is saying that if anybody from the south can give us a better narrative than what we are presently going through now, it will say it may sway in his favor and then beat the case and win it. And the
all right, so on to the next one, the comment section. Let us see what Rose Adams is saying. Good morning, all. Please, can the obedient demand that Peter Obi withdraws from the coalition before they destroy him? Wow. All right, he's talking to obedience, and I'm sure.
Okay.
It's an obedience.
I was. Listen to me. Listen to me.
He was.
I was an obedient 2023 election. The election has not started now. When the election guess what?
You don't know where you belong.
Listen to me. See, 2023, I made up my mind. This way I'm following, and I stood by it. When the presidency comes to a time of decision, I take my stand as well. It's my own personal decision to say who I will go for. I'm talking of what I was 2023. And I'm telling you that if Obi is allowed to be picked the ticket by Atiku, and he comes up with a better narrative than what we are experiencing under Tinubu now, yes, he caught across the conscience of every tribe of Nigerian, Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, everything. And he still has a chance of winning. That's what I'm saying. But would the system allow the result to be declared? That's what I'm saying. So, it's my time. It's my choice to determine where I will be. But I hope so. Obi is still in the race. So if he comes up again 2027, I can see become obedient as well.
All right, Son of Grace. What Son of Grace saying? We pray for Nigeria to be better, and I love what you guys are doing. Keep it up. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yes, thank you.
All right, GOA. What's he saying? If Jonathan, Buhari, and Tinubu can be president, Obi can be president. Certainly.
Yes, that's it.
He has rights to contest.
Yes,
that's the meaning.
Yes.
All right, on to the next one. Great Ben Aduze. Obi can be president only if the North support him.
Yes.
So they want to live their own and support.
Doesn't matter.
He said it doesn't matter.
If you are what?
All right, also Obinwa might tell that man that call himself Biafra pastor or what? He should stop mentioning Obi's name in the name of Biafra. He's confused. All right, let's move on to another person here. Emmanuel Obuji. Obi is my Igbo brother, but cannot be Nigeria's president. Not that he's not eligible to be, but remember, Naira meaning never allow Igbo rule again. Okay, that's his own opinion. On to the next one. We have Udeze Chima here. Say good morning. Thank you so much for joining us, Udeze Chima. Someone is watching us from Germany, in Mafidon. You're welcome on the program. Thank you. All right, Ben Aduza, I can tell you for free that Obi will become Nigeria's president after Atiku. Look at what he said. After Atiku.
I don't agree with
not
you.
Now.
No, not see. Mr. Mike, I don't.
It seems Atiku also is trying to contest.
Atiku is contesting
under ADC.
Yes, Mr. Mike.
He's the president.
Yes, Mr. Mike.
So at the end of the day, if they're not taking, they will go for primaries.
They will go for primaries and they will tell Obi that what is his stake in the ADC.
Obi has declared his intention. Atiku, officially, I don't know if he has declared his intention.
Mr. Mike.
On the table. Atiku. He spends all his money.
Atiku, if Atiku pick that ticket, Atiku will not win presidency. Atiku will not win that presidency if he pick that ticket. See, there's time for everything. Mr. Mike, you allow us to mount the podium now and be talking because it's our turn. Other turns will also come after our own. There is turn in everything in life. You can't just come and get crash into anything. No. If you don't have respect for equity, fairness, and justice, nobody see. Nigeria is not a Fulani state. It is the turn of the South. All time after is that either Tinubu is allowed to complete the 8 years of tenure of the South, or somebody else if they are concerned with Tinubu from the
sorry,
so I said it's either there is
who told you it's the son of the South?
This who told you? Okay, you know excuse me, I have your let me have my thought, please. Let me have my thought. You're not the one I'm calling, please. You're not the one I'm calling. Please. You're not the one I'm calling. The anchorman is there. You know what he's doing.
Can you calm down?
You're not the anchorman, please. The anchorman.
Okay, continue, Mr. Olajide.
So, see, what I'm saying is that Mr. Mike, our anchorman, there is equity, fairness, and justice. Anything. Once there's no equity, fairness, and justice, then there'll be dishonest and there'll be chaos and anarchy. The last 8-year president we had is from the Fulani of the North. North cannot now come and cut short 8 years of South. They rather dare breaking up over their head. If they don't control their ambition of political power power of political ambition, they want to be occupy presidency by all means. They rather dare Nigeria breaking up over their head. I'm telling you, South must have its 8 years complete. Either Tinubu completes 8 years for the South, or somebody else from the South complete the remaining 4 years on behalf of the South. But the Atiku say that you please come and run rules as president 2027. It won't happen. Mr. Man, may God stay alive till that time. It won't happen.
All right.
Nigeria is not a Fulani state. Yes.
So my take home, Mike, what I just say is we need an erudite person that can fix that system, that can retract those Fulani agenda for us.
And
I'm looking at Bola Ahmed, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I'm not talking from the ethnic wise. I'm not talking for, and if it takes that the Bola and the Kanu, we have to support for us to be liberated. I think I'm good to go. I'm good to even support them to join with the Bola and for me to have the liberation, because it's getting too much. My wife's shop was boggled yesterday by this same Fulani. My wife's shop was boggled.
Have you investigated?
We've investigated.
How did you know?
They are the one that always parade. It's not the first time. It's not the second time. I'm very 100% sure. I say they are all these Bororo people. All these bowlers. They say they saw them. That they're always the one. They hang there. I will be saying with you at this my age. Have I ever said something like that? It was boggled. And they have no destination. The last destination will be Agege. They are the bowlers. They cut everything. So what are we saying? And you can't arrest them. If you take them to police station now, they will just pat them on the back, say, "Oh yeah, go and see no more." Is that the country I want to start living with?
All right, thank you so much.
They can dagger you. They can remove dagger and slice you anytime.
Right,
and they will go scot free.
Thank you so much.
They are carrying guns, sir.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
That's the country I want to stay.
Thank you. You're welcome, Mr. Femi. Gentleman, Mike, good morning to you.
Good morning to our esteemed viewers.
All right.
Mr. Michael, thank you very much for having me on the program, and we say good morning to all our viewers. It's a brand new week for every one of you, and may God of heaven fill this week with joy and grace. Thank you very much.
Some said Obi is trying to split the party, trying to split the coalition by insisting on contesting in 2027. And he also made a statement during that interview with Shehu Okibaloyo on Channels Television that the North will celebrate him if is elected as the president of the country. Is he trying to wood the North with this statement?
He needs to try to win the North. Both of all of them, they are bright, but over ambition is what I'm afraid of. Atiku is too ambitious, like we predict. Atiku is too predictable. We have predicted this year that Atiku will not sacrifice anything for anybody. We have been saying that this Atiku that we are looking at, it will not go and spearhead the particular coalition. Now, after that thing has now succeeded, he will now say, you Obi, okay, come and be president. Atiku is not somebody that will do something like that. He will not do something like that. And excuse me, sir, I don't want to believe that that one has automatically become the failure of the coalition. Because even if during the coalition of APC, everybody saw that there was a contestant. There are so many contestants. Buhari contest. Atiku also contest. But if you can see, the strongest contestant that time, they come from North. Because that coalition, it is, I mean, purposely created to return power to the North. Power is supposed to return to the North. Not that the power will remain in the South again. And that's why somebody like Tinubu for the sound that, no, I'm not going to participate. Even we were told, I was not there, but we were told the primary of Buhari sponsored by Tinubu. Yes, the primary, Buhari is not ready to spend money for anybody, except some people that we gather and we spend it on his own behalf. Buhari and Obi, you can only see I'm talking about spending money. But somebody like Tinubu, nothing concern him, he can spend. So it was Tinubu that sponsored Buhari. Now, this is what Nigeria are expecting, that if you are so desperate like that you want to, I mean, unseat President Bola Tinubu, then somebody need to sacrifice. Something need to go for something. And people are looking at Atiku as an old man. Okay, Atiku, why can't you stay behind a bit and let somebody that is a bit younger go? Number one, a bit younger. Number two, to balance the equation now that is the turn of the South. Then let that power remain in the South. Then after 4 years, power go back to the North. If there's anything Obi can do for them to guarantee that one, it's very, very, I will be okay. Number one. Number two, this thing will solve a lot of problem. 4 years of Obi will solve the problem of marginalization, cry of marginalization, cry of political vendetta against Igbo. It will solve it. That's why I'm supporting Obi. It is the son of South. Then we split our 8 years. What all of us are looking for is the progress of this country. Not particularly that somebody must be in that power. Who do they put mouth in his mouth that is not sweet? If they put turkey in your mouth, it will be sweet now. Nobody they put in that seat that he will not do his own. No matter what, he will do his own. After all, Buhari has come. He has done his own to some people best. To me, worse. And he has gone. He spent 8 years, and I enjoy it. That's why I supported President Bola Tinubu 2020. Of course, what cost me? Well, okay, Buhari ruled 8 years. He didn't perform. I cannot relocate to Ghana, and I didn't die. And let Tinubu also come and do his own mess now. Then this time around, Obi too, come and do. The other time, issue of Igbo marginalization or political vendetta against Igbo will have gone, and the South remain his power. Simple. But this time around, it's like Atiku over desperation of Atiku. We not let something like that happen. And I see this thing as a spell, as a virus of Tinubu affecting them in that coalition, and it may not stand.
All right, gentleman Mike, I wonder if this is a battle of ego between Atiku and Peter Obi. Of course, don't forget that in the last election, both Obi and Atiku contested, and they lost to President Bola Tinubu. Now, looking at what he said, that the North will celebrate him if he becomes the president of the country. Some people said he was trying to woo the North. Some said that's just the fact that the North are currently in support of Peter Obi. But does he have the political structures to defeat President Bola Tinubu in 2027 election?
Yeah, thank you, Adekunle. First, I think I will be shocked, and I will be very shocked if who is supposed to be the presidential aspirants for the coalition movement hasn't been sorted out before they even begin to move. I will be very shocked that at that level, I don't expect that at that level of politicking, all of those things have not been sorted. It doesn't make any sense to me that it is now. Before the movement, I believe that all these backdoor meetings and that due diligence ought to have been done. That okay, this is the main person that we are rallying around. But let the movement start. I will be shocked that after coming together is when we are now begin to they now begin to struggle as to let me go or you should not go and all of that. I will be very shocked if that is the position. Then secondly, I have always believed that the coalition, and it's my view, the coalition should rally around somebody like Peter Obi. Mr. Femi has done a job extensively on that. That if for no other reason, at least for balance of power, to minimize agitation, especially the one that is coming from the southeastern part of the country. If not for any other reason, at least let there be a semblance of togetherness. That okay, it's not that this ball is now each time it comes to the south, it has to be a southwest. There are others apart from Jonathan that came from south. There are others southeast and all of that. So we can begin to look at that direction. So I mean that is my point. I will be shocked if who is becoming the aspirant hasn't been worked out before they even converge. And I will also expect them to pull that coming together around Peter Obi. Yes.
Okay. Is it sure for him if he goes solo? Is it sure for him? Is victory sure for Obi if he goes solo?
Going solo will not help, and that's the truth. Going solo means that for me, he's on his own to go solo. We always see it's a game of number. It's a game of number. It needs somebody. If eventually he comes up as presidential candidate for the new coalition party now, it needs somebody that will also come from the north as a vice to complement that number, so that while he pull a lot of votes in the south, that person can also do the same in the north, and the aggregate of that might give him victory. But going solo for me may not work.
Can you ever win the presidential election without aligning with northern political forces?
It's not possible.
Not possible.
That's what people have been saying, that their coalition is so big before they are going to enjoy. Because if you ask me to mark all of them in that place, I've said it. I resolve into only two people. It's based on only two people: Atiku and Obi with political prowess. Crowd, and Obi with a bit of a political, crowd prowess and a little bit of integrity. Make Obi stand out in their midst. Anything apart from that one, you see, Amochi politically is not there. Is it Aregbesola, the prison breaker minister, and the minister of a public holiday? There is nothing. He was a minister for 4 years. Go and check his regime and compare it to the Ojo that we have.
He was always declaring public holiday.
That's the only thing we know about internal affairs. When Aregbesola he was a colossal failure as a minister. And even at Osun State, where his governorship is better than ministerial. That ministerial, they just put him there to go and eat. And I can see the synergy between him and Rauf and Erufai, both of them with the same height, with this religious fanaticism. And who are the people
problem with their height?
No. It's like and they look alike. Aregbesola and I think Muniba and Ambali with their politics. With their religious fanaticism. And look at the prison break in Kuje. Who are the people that set free? They are religious fanatics. They are terrorists that were set free that time. And who was the minister of internal affairs? And that, a portfolio was under who? That agency. It's not only one prison that was broken. So many prisons were broken. And what are the people that came out in that time? And since then, have you ever heard about prison break? No. The answer is no. Go and look at how to get your international passport now. I don't get anyone. But people that are applying for it, there is sanity in that area. So compare current minister with Rauf Aregbesola, you know that he knocked him up completely. So if we begin to mark them one by one, it is only Obi that will be a bit very hard, except you want to some word, and I'm not looking for angel. Obi, satisfy my mark when you talk about integrity and sanity. Where's your certificate? Back. This is my certificate. This is school I go. You can go there, verify. When were you born? This is the year I was born. Back. This is business I'm doing. People know me. Simple. Sanity. That's only what I want. That you will look for somebody that when you perceive his yams, you should not smell. You may not see. I'm not looking for anyone.
All right, coming from Udezi Chima, I watched him speak yesterday. Michael, I must confess to you, this is an intelligent man. This man is very, very intelligent. He's talking about Peter Obi, Udezi Chima. He goes on by saying, by now, Atiku must have learned his lessons with what happened in PDP. He won't repeat the same mistake. He will allow Obi to do his 4 years. Well, with the look of things, is Atiku going to give up?
Atiku will not give up, and they are making. You know what people usually say? It's either Obi or Tinubu will continue. Have you ever heard something like that?
Very well.
That's what is in the. If you don't give it Obi, you have automatically give Tinubu chance. Tinubu continue. Spend your 4 years. We are going to endure it. No wahala. Just continue like that, and that's my stand. It's either Obi or Tinubu. The power will go back to Fulani at this early stage. No, they should also endure the 8 years with that power.
All right,
let them stay there.
All right, Odulaja, 8 years of suffering. That's what that's the question is asking here. 8 years of suffering.
We have been suffering, not today. Our suffering don't just started today. I've told you. I don't know when Nigeria was better. When I was born, always struggling. Tell me when I grew up to know up NEPA. My father was a farmer. My mother was a petty trader. So I grew up suffering. Suffer. You see, don't need Tinubu that fella sing suffer for head. Tinubu himself was even suffering that time. So that suffering is our culture. We are still praying for somebody that will bring just a little bit of succor. And now you think, Obi, let me ask you one question. One of the things that contribute to our economic woe now is the removal of subsidy. Apart from Tinubu don't know how to handle that situation very well. But ask Obi, is he going to reverse subsidy? No. Let me frank you. If will Obi reverse subsidy, if Obi can give us his word that he's going to reverse subsidy, then bam, we are going to hold him. Obi said he's going to maintain stability within 2 years. Your stability encompasses words based on one concept. Are you going to give us 24? Power supply during your 2 years? Are you going to tar the whole road in Nigeria? Which kind of stability are you for? Because this is how Nigeria politicians build castle in the air, build you Eldorado, and when they come there, they will be say, okay, change, APC, change. When they come, they say, change begin with you. See the narrative, APC, change. When they come, they say, change begin with you. That is Nigeria politicians. So it's not that Obi will bring automatic solution to us. And that 2 years he promised, people should ask him, what are you going to do within 2 years? Not that you're going to say, I'm going to stabilize this country. Whether Nigeria stabilize or not, we are moving on. Whether they keep people in Benue or they don't keep people in Benue State, they are still moving on. Whether they sell a bag of gari 100,000, Nigeria is still moving on. So we don't know the kind of stability we want to bring.
In his statement yesterday, he said they will apply all lawful means to remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027. But Michael, does this suggest a real statement? Don't you think? Does it suggest a genuine statement from that kind of person? I'm talking about Peter Obi, or he was just trying to incite violence or cause unrest in the society?
Not at all. The Peter Obi I know won't cause any form of unrest or instigate violence in any way. I think he's only making his voice known that he's serious in this contest, that is in the game and all of that. If you from what you quoted, that said going to use all lawful, that means it's not a lawless individual.
All lawful means.
And as long as you are lawful in your approach, why not? Whatever means that you must engage to get whatever you want, it's allowed as long as it's lawful. So I don't think he's trying to instigate Nigerians to be violent or in any way.
Mr. Femi, is this not an act of desperation or democratic determination?
Let me tell you, I've been saying it that we still need a little bit of desperation. But your desperation should not just go across the board. It should be limited. And as Obi said, he said everything within habit of law, any lawful means, that one is enough. That one sound nice enough. And we have not seen the tendency of Obi
any lawful means to
assist President Bola Tinubu. And Obi don't have tendency of causing any chaos, according to based on what we can see. Some people even expect more desperation move from Obi in 2023, and he refused to do so. Let me tell you, if Obi lead any protest that time, he can create problem.
Don't you think that statement is too strong for now?
It's not too strong. It's normal.
Did you check the date of the
statement? I'm quoting you.
Okay.
I don't listen to him. I'm quoting you according to. He said every lawful means. Simple. He didn't say unlawful. So even including protests. Protest is lawful. It's our right. I'm telling you that if Obi mistakenly lead any protest that time when the obedient are annoyed because of 2023 election, we may be telling different story now. It may lead to anything. Obi might be arrested. Nigeria may have bombed down now, but he refused to join. If obedient see Obi in the front, present like this, okay, people will move. That's what some people expect from me. Somebody like Okonko, Abi, I think Ned Okonko, Kenneth Okonko from Southeast. That's what he expected, and he felt disappointed from Obi. Some obedient people expect more, action from Obi, but Obi refused to take those actions because you have to look left and right before you cross the road. Otherwise, Auto will just jam you and you go like that.
All right, to the next one. I'm a horse in the comment section. Obi, go home and enjoy your wealth. We the Anambras love you and still want you alive. You can't do shishi in such decay country. This is coming from Amos.
Can I respond to that one?
Okay.
Somebody that is afraid to die, you cannot, inherit chieftaincy in your father's house. So if you are afraid of death, if you don't want to die, you cannot be a chieftaincy title of your father's house. Ordinary chieftaincy, they will just kill you. And you are not ready to die, you are not entitled to anything. That's my own take.
All right, so we'll move down to another person here. Udezi Chima, look at him. Okay, we'll move down. Benga George. But we have seen Tinubu more than 2 years, and the situation is worse. Mule, this is your fellow hungry. We have seen Tinubu for more than 2 years, and the situation is worse. On to the next one. Emmanuel Oguji, Yorubas and Igbos don't know what is coming to them from this Fulani. Stop playing. You're gonna learn. You will learn in a hard way. All right, let's move down to another one. GOA is Tinubu erudite like Bala Blue and Bulaba. This is coming from GOA Papayaga. The same way you saw Yoruba being beaten up in Southeast during an election. I am bored of this guy. Okay. On to the next one. None of you are okay. We still move down to another viewer here. Ajibade Clifford. Atiku destroyed PDP. Greedy. Now Atiku destroyed PDP. Now ADC again. It's a pity that all effort will be wasted again. All effort will be wasted again.
As simple as that.
Does it mean that if they front Atiku as their flag bearer, the party will lose?
There is tendency that they will lose. Why? Because since Obi have said that he's not ready, let me tell you, if Obi ready to be vice president now, it's his own choice. I'm not here to force for Obi, but I don't think it's befitting. But if you think that he can manage that one, and if he can get assurance from them that power will go back to the south after 4 years of Atiku, that's his own case. But if Obi refused to be vice to Atiku, and Atiku refused to back down for Obi, they have given, they use their own hand to hand over power back to Tinubu, because like I usually say that they need like 85% effort to get Tinubu. Don't listen to Lalong, that Lalong call himself Lalong. I don't know his weight. Lalong, I say, even if Tinubu appoint him, say yes. What will you do? What can Lalong do? Lalong, I don't know his political value. All those ones, they are just coming out to make mouths. As simple as that.
Benga George, Atiku will surprise you all. It is this surprise element APC will not see coming. They are hoping Atiku will come out, but he will not. This is Benga George.
We pray so.
All right, you have Amuhos here. You guys will ask yourselves, after Tinubu or Obi, who else? Your children will continue serving same Fulani till you reason that the country can't work. Odeze Chima is here. Femi, Obi's presence is the only thing giving relevance to the ADC. If they deny him the ticket, they are as good as gone.
That's what I'm saying. Let him follow. You don't have follow again. Obi is only the follow there.
All right, about the additional, people should watch Mike on by. Okay, Mike on by. Okay, so person. Okay. We'll move down to another one. Obi, my brother, come back home. Stop watching Fulani Yash. All right, I'm worse. Sorry about that. All right, we appreciate that. Gentleman Mike, Mr. Femi, thank you. Pastor. Sorry, sir. Welcome to the program. We were here before you.
Good morning, Mike. Good morning, our ever attentive global audience. Good morning, Nigeria as a whole. It's a brand new week.
You're welcome, Mr. Adebayo.
Thanks for having me. Good morning, distinguished viewers, lovers of the global system. Happy new week. Happy Monday morning live. I pray God will open your new way, your doors, and will perfect all your good wish in Jesus' name.
If Atiku is contesting under ADC, and Obi also is declaring his intention to run under the African Democratic Congress, does this tell us that it is the beginning of South versus North power struggle in Nigeria?
You see, if both of them said that they are contesting, we don't know which platform they are going to contest. Even though they say this is a coalition, they belong to the same coalition movement. We've seen in other climes where you have various candidates contesting for a particular post. But when it gets to presidential election, there are some treaties they will sign. Okay, who goes to that number one seat? I want to believe, I don't know the party that will be coming out from. Neither do I know the one that Atiku is going to come out from. But we've always been hearing this going back and forth between the coalition movement saying that they are going to form a new group called ADA. But now, before the now, they said that they were part of ADC. Then later they said that the train has moved again. Coalition train has moved again to form ADA. Then they are now back in ADC now. I want to believe that there are some challenges that they are facing. Or maybe it's another stratagem to deceive the ruling All Progressive Congress of their stance and their plans. But it's something that is ongoing. And we are waiting to see the end of the whole thing. But what I want to say here is that politics has always been alignment and realignment. The whole essence of this coalition coming to be, they've already seen that without any, because no region, I make bold, no region as I speak can produce a president alone. You have to align and realign, and that is the operative word in the political amphitheater. And coming back to either if Obi is coming and Atiku is coming, I want you people to see what has transpired over time, even considering the pronouncement made by these two people and other eggs in that coalition movement. They did mention that Obi even let me cite Obi first. Obi said that if given 4 years, he would deliver on the promise. On the mandate, if the mandate is given to him. But I want to tell you that if APC-led government is removed from power, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is still in his 4 years now, and he has 8 years, there are 2 terms, which shows that if Obi later comes up as a flag bearer of whatever coalition movement they are trying to put up, it shows that the South, I know this is an arrangement from the, self-serving interests of the elite political class. It's never enshrined in the constitution. And that if South is, if it's given 4 years, which means that Obi is only going to, complete the 4 years. That's if they succeed in removing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Then aside that, when you look at everything, it shows that there are a lot of works ongoing, among the eggs in the coalition movement. But we are waiting to see how it pans out. But my fear is that if at the end of the day it's all about shout, 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 and they're not working their talk, then I personally as a Nigerian, I will feel disappointed that all this noise they are making is just about hula baloo. They're just making noise without giving accentuation to whatever struggle that they have. I want to believe that the whole world, we are all watching what will be the outcome of the coalition.
All right, I said so many things about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration yesterday during that interview. And if we keep talking about it, I don't think we'll end this program today. He's quite an intelligent man, no doubt about it.
Yes.
Very, very intelligent, and he knows what he's talking about. And let's look at what some of the things he said there on the front page of the New Telegraph. He said the Tinubu's government lacks compassion. The government lacks compassion. Of course, we are aware of the suffering, the inflation, insecurity, and all of that in the country. We heard criticism of Nigerians about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu or of his administration. But in all this, Obi is contesting for 2027 election. Is he qualified to win the election or just popular to trend? Does he just want to trend? Is he serious about winning the election? Is it possible he wins the election?
Thanks for having me. First and foremost, let me start by saying I want to address the word used by this APC, this very government of APC, lack compassion. Lack compassion in which aspects? It should have break it down. Then lack compassion in which aspects? Lack compassion in pardoning the terrorists, the so-called terrorist Fulani group trying to destroy this very government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Lack compassion in trying to make this country stabilize. Lack compassion is trying to destroy the positive and the transparent vision that this very government has put in place to set up for Nigeria. That is one. He should have break it down when he said this very government lack compassion. So I agree with that very words. That is a political weapon. Against administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu in this very government.
Is he well with Nigerians in his administration?
Yeah, like I quoted, I said, for every foundation that has been destroyed, it's very easy to destroy under 8 seconds. But to rebuild, it takes years. So, like this very government ongoing now, we are still under genuine, proper, transparent structure that will eventually glorify the name of God on behalf of entire Nigeria. That is one. Then, talking about Obi, I stated on Saturday, he has made a wrong step politically, and this is the biggest mistake he has made in his political career. If I'm to stamp it, first and foremost, she understands the political game of the so-called Fulani. It's no longer Northerners because the Fulani has invaded Northerners, who is the genuine Nigerian Hausa. They have subdued them. And now it is a battle between the Southerners and the Fulani. One of their strategy and their game plan is to bring this coalition which they have initiated to separate the Southeast and the Southwest and the South-South, to break their political unity in coming 2027. That is number one plan. Then their number two plan now is to do what? Is to make sure Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not succeed in this very 4 years that is on the race. Their fingerprint is everywhere, destabilizing his administrators. All the perfect she has been trying to put in place, try to make it unstabilized. So I'm just urging Nigerians to be very sensitive, and we need to be observant. We need to be watchful. We need to watch these so-called Fulanis. It is no longer an issue of the Northerners. It is an issue of Fulani in Nigeria. My father Safulani, my great-grandfather Safulani. Will I Safulani as well? Will my children also Safulani? Will the Nigerian youth Safulani? I think the so-called Peter Obi should just come back to his senses and readdress himself. What did I really want? Must I do it in a desperate way? I so much regard Peter Obi, and I see him as a a future politician that has a future political intakes. So, and good political energy.
Is he desperate to get that power? Is just concerned about the suffering Nigerians?
No. No one will tell me that Peter Obi is concerned about the suffering Nigerian. You know, we know the mindset of all average politicians. You know, if Atiku have been president for over many years of becoming the president in Nigeria, and despite the before 1, 2, 3, 5 times, he never give up. He's still pressing further again that we still want to become president in 2027. And for Obi to have stepped out of Labour Party to collide with the ADC or whatever, you know, that is a big regret of his political career.
Do you know you can go extra miles to save someone? Someone that is in trouble can go extra miles. You believe that?
Of course, definitely.
Don't you think that's what Peter Obi was trying to do, and is still trying to do now?
Oh, Peter Obi, he is intelligent to an extent, not to deliver Nigeria from this pit that we have presently.
And has President Bola Ahmed Tinubu been able to deliver Nigeria from this pit?
We all know this.
We learned he's on a rescue mission.
Definitely.
And according to Yeson Wike, the FCT minister, he said Tinubu is on a rescue mission, but has he been able to rescue Nigerians?
Of course, definitely. When you look at the profile, the status of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you know, right from the days of Nadeko, coming up being a political national.
We are talking about the present state of the nation.
No, I'm trying to.
Has he been able to rescue Nigerians?
Definitely, he has been able to rescue Nigeria to an extent. And this is a government under 2 years administrators. Nigerians should kindly please. I'm just appealing under this very Bola Ahmed Tinubu government. It's not that maybe I'm being given money.
The same way
it's not that I'm benefiting trillions.
Appealed. The same way the former president appealed.
If the former president appealed,
I'm talking about Buhari,
and eventually he failed, we should know the agenda. Is this not part of the so-called Fulani? So what I would say, I'm not surprised if Buhari should fail and it could not fulfill anything to Nigeria. But under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I'm beating my chest that Nigeria will laugh at last. We should just exercise patience for this very government. It is still under 2 years plus, okay? And we have not gotten to the close of the calendar of 4 years. And the Easterners, my Igbo brothers, should please listen very intelligently and monitor this so-called Fulani. That you not allow them to be borrowed to use against the South or against the Southeast. Yes, because that is what they are in for now. The Fulani, they want to borrow the Easterners. They want to make use of them to divide the unity electoral power of the South.
I'm sure the viewers will be reacting to what you're saying now in the comment section.
Definitely, the reasonable ones, they should know that I'm bringing out a point that should open Nigerian eye and Nigerian ears. Because the Easterners now, I want to believe majority of them does not understand the antics of this so-called Fulani. They are trying to make use of Peter Obi. At the end, they will bench him. I said that on Saturday. Atiku never step down for Peter Obi. He will never step down from Peter Obi. But I don't.
What if it shocks you at the end of the day?
If it shocks me, that might be their underground politics, and eventually they know he will not win. He will not win.
Who will not win?
Peter Obi will not win. They know.
Who knows that Peter Obi will not win?
The entire Nigeria knows he will not win.
Not the entire Nigeria. Not the entire Nigeria. Let me start. Is Tinubu truly on a rescue mission? I'm still going back to the comment section. I know you are filled up with things you want to say. Yeah. All right. The floor is yours.
You see, when you look at the current state of the nation, you will see that majority of Nigerians are yearning for change. And change, if politics is not even played in the moon, it's played on earth. And people are the ones that are going to decide. And I've always said that politics rest on numericals. It is the number that counts. And if I may draw you back memory lane, you see what happened in 2023. You understand? When Obi came out, Obi didn't give that movement called obedient movement any dime. It was people that came together and formed that obedience. That's to tell you that they are yearning for a change. There is a movement that came naturally and became so formidable that to the extent that they gave the present government a run for his money. And I also want you to draw you back memory lane. You knew what happened in Lagos State, where the president started from. And the presidential election was commonly won by Labour Party. and obedient movement was a factor in it. One should not lose sight of that. If we are giving statistics, we have to give it the way it is. One should not lose facts about that. I'm not saying that that alone would spoil him to that number one position. But I'm always saying that there is already a movement on ground yearning for change, and that movement came to be as a result of people yearning for change, and they really came out to even enforce and made their mark during that 2023 election. What I am saying in essence is that this ongoing coalition now is not only about Obi. They want to rescue Nigeria. My problem has always been that if the people I mentioned that seeing Aregbesola in that gap give me some kind of a concern, because from the one I know, from the day one I knew Aregbesola, I don't see him as a pure Democrat. He's more or less a religious extremist, because I knew when he had sway in Osun State, I knew how he ran his government. But what I'm saying is that if the coalition movement, they want to give a vent to their struggle, they should first of all drop that self-serving interest and look for a clear-cut candidate that cut across all the nooks and crannies of Nigeria and present that person. I think Nigerians will embrace that. Then I will now say, okay, they are serious at wrestling power from the APC-led government. But aside that, if they should do otherwise, President Bola Tinubu, I will say, hulala, going to ride on.
Now, is he not making a mistake if he said that, or if he's saying that the North is celebrating? Does he understand the northern interest in politics?
You mean Obi?
Yeah, Obi.
Yes, Obi says something, because if you look, even prior to the now, Obi has been moving from one section of the country to the other. And if you see the cloud followership, the welcoming attitude Obi has received from every places he has visited, you will continue to know that he is a kind of a symbol of a change.
Let me quickly respond over this very question. I love that question so much. First and foremost, when we talk about election in Nigeria and talk about the ethnics and the each tribe, what is the religious aspects? You also count when it comes to election. What is the relationship between the Easterners and the so-called Northerners? You know, in religious aspects, it counts mostly when it comes to election day. Mostly the
religion,
yes,
and ethnicity. Right?
Ethnicity, it counts most when it comes to election. Look at the Easterners, for instance. They stand as an Israelite. If you see an average Igbo guy that practices Muslim, it's a lie. It's doing otherwise. It's only doing otherwise. And the Northerners know categorically that the Easterners, they don't practice their religion, which is the Islam. And definitely, I want to believe that factor is another strong factor that will tell in Obi's aspiration in moving to the north. In moving, there is no how he can talk to the Northerners. When it comes to the 10 minutes of the election, they will recycle and they will receipt. And when they receipt, they will settle it on the prayer mats. That no, we cannot make use of the Easterners to be a president over us. If forgotten the issue of Mandapolio, you know, the conquest is still that factor is still there, and the bitterness is still in their hearts. So definitely there is no any unity between the Northerners and the Easterners. And the only tribe that has bring up the other every tribe together is the Yoruba. When you look at the relationship wise, business wise, family wise, unity wise, love wise between the Yorubas and the Igbo and the South, you know, it's more unique than so compared to from Northerners to the South here. So it's the best relationship you can have.
All right, let me go to the comment section. Thank you so much, Adebayo. Mr. Vincent, you are right. Very, very right. That is why they are panicking. The votes in 2027 will be so overwhelming. Even Yakubu will fear to regam. This is coming from Benga George. And Nnamdi is asking you, Adebayo, what unity? Which unity are you talking about? The unity where Omonile oppressed Igbos in Lagos? That is what Nnamdi is saying, that there is no unity.
Let him verify from his leaders, the so-called Omonile in the East. How is other people being treated? Did they sell land to the Yorubas here? You know, so let him do proper findings before he actually respond to me.
All right, moving on. Benga George. This is an opportunity for the Fulanis to support Obi. Let's reduce this northern and southern tension. We have, I'm saying, of Yorubas ever supported Igbo presidency for once. Ask yourself, Adebayo. And we move to Savior Jeremiah. My brother, let's move Nigeria forward and let us support Obi for 2027 as president. As President Tinubu cannot offer Nigeria anything.
It's
Please.
too early for him to say that. It's too early for him to say President Bola Tinubu cannot offer Nigeria anything. It's too early. If he's using that speech by saying President Tinubu cannot offer Nigeria anything.
Why is it too early?
It's too early. If we see under
2 years plus.
we see under the list of 2 years plus. I know, like if you want to know what is really going on in Nigeria, it needs to be part and parcel of the political analysis and the political system. What is going on in the northern part of Nigeria? You know, I don't want to generalize the entire presidential cabinet. If I'm to generalize the entire presidential cabinet, you know, definitely I have right to name some of the so-called ministers of agriculture. What have they done? You know, the Mr. President's office directly himself is undergoing a lot of pressure from the so-called anti-terrorist group of the Fulani. You know, they are trying to destabilize his government and his mission and his positive agenda for Nigeria. So if you kindly please exercise the patience. And mostly again, I'm using this to address the Nigerian youth entirely. So please investigate the positivity about what is going on in Nigeria and exercise patience for this very government. Definitely, this government will deliver and it will give us juicy thing at the end.
Mr. Vincent, conclusion?
You see, I want to say something here. That one person did mention that while I was going through my phone, I came on board. Okay. He said the acronym called NAIRA is never allowed Igbo man to rule again. And then it got me thinking. And I started wondering that if that person could have, translated or, trying to get a meaning from that word, our currency, that means never allowed Igbo man to rule again. Then it shows that we need to show some kind of empathy on the, to our brothers from the East. Because if we say equity, we must come into equity. Every house must be on there. We must come with clear hands. If every other persons have ruled, we have seen an Hausa man rule, Fulani man rule, Yoruba man rule. Then why can't Igbo man too rule? And that is my take. And in a situation whereby some other segment of the country are being shunted out of governance, it does not show that equity has come to play. And that is my take.
All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Mr. Biafra Pastor, you're welcome on the program this morning.
Good morning, my esteemed viewers. May God bless you all.
Say something? All right. All right. Let us talk about what Peter Obi said on Channel Television that the North will celebrate him if he's elected as the president of the country. But is it considering religious sentiment, ethnic sentiment in the country? Is it possible for him to secure the northern votes? We should look at all this.
What did I say on Saturday? The young man is desperate. Is it the North only is in this country? Why is he now referring everything to the North? Must not be the one that will make you a governor before you become a governor. Must not be the one to make you president before you become a president. What is going on in the mindset of these our politicians? You see why I say I don't want to be?
And you're an Igbo man.
See, you see why that is why I love where I come from as an Igbo man. When you are messing up, we tell it to your face that you are messing up. We don't know how to, you are an elderly person. There is an adage that said, when a king they mess up, what you go do? You carry basket, cover face, tell them what you want, tell them. The so-called North.
Before we go to that, you said the North needs the help of the South and South.
The North need the help, the vote from the South. Likewise as the South need the vote from the North. Both parties need each other. And I said something before today. If you are following me, always remember what I said in this platform. I don't easily forget my words. Initially, when I was narrating some things, we the East, we are the majority in this country, followed by the West. This thing I'm telling you now, go and do your findings, sir. The minority ones are the northerners before the war. And it was as a result of the political mindset diffusion that come from the British. They give it to the north. And the northern. Have you ever asked yourself, why is it that whenever election is coming to this country, they will go and import different people from different countries within Africa to come and cast votes? Have you ever pondered on that? But they will come and they claim that they are which majority? Who told you that? This is what I'm telling you. Go and do your research. But in the military, we are number one. In education, we are number one. Then
The Igbos.
the Igbos. In terms of the financial capability of it, the Igbos.
Then why did things fall apart?
Up the north and the west today and the east today is suffering it because the northerners surrendered so heartedly. They submit everything, but in fact both their great grandfathers, they submitted. They are they were so royal to the British when they came to Nigeria. Yes. No, it was not. They were so royal when the Lord Lugard came to Nigeria. Who are the people that they first succeeded in their territory? Was it not the north? 100%. When he came to west here, he has a challenge because there were some elites in the west here that contended, that challenged him. He was not so. Yeah, they confronted it. They opposed him. It was not 100% successful in the west. But when he came to east, completely zero. Completely zero. You can remember.
Was defeated in the north.
I get it. You can remember the first riot in Nigeria. We are about women riot. 1929, under Clifford Constitution of 2022. 1922 rather. Clifford, that was the first constitution in Nigeria. I know what I am saying. Go and check it. Even when Queen Elizabeth came to Nigeria here, who offered him the best car as at that time? Not the northerners. Ojukwu father. Ojukwu father. I know what I'm saying. Ojukwu father gave her when you talk of the best car so far for Queen of England to be used here in Nigeria. Ojukwu father. What are we saying? Sir, go and listen to her Smith, who came to Nigeria in 1955. And he served as one of the senior officers in labor here in Lagos State. You see this manipulation of votes you are hearing today, that is happening today. It's not in our blood, it's not our culture, it's not part of us. It was given to us, introduced to us by the criminals called the British. In 1959, that was what made Tafawa Balewa to become the prime minister. Why Zik was the ceremonial president. When Zik stood up, he wanted to act. They call him in order. Our power is not given to you, it's given to Tafawa Balewa as the prime minister. You are just a ceremonial. That was when Zik went and realized that. So this is the kind of this thing that I am. Not a representative. Are you hearing me? In 1956. Are you hearing me?
All right. So sorry. We are sorry for what happened. That was due to network glitch.
Yes,
But,
yes.
we need to make it snappy.
Yes.
So we can end the program. The network is not favorable again.
At all.
All right. In conclusion, I think you have to continue with this your history tomorrow.